What's up guys, Mixology Matt here, YouTube's favorite mixologist, and today I'm showing you 3 modern highballs that every bartender needs to know. Are you ready? Let's get it. This cocktail is called El Diablo. It features tequila, creme de cassis, got a nice, beautiful pink-red hue, hence the name. To start, we're gonna be using freshly squeezed lime juice from my friends at Juice Concepts. Please use freshly squeezed. I'm looking at you right now. No green bottles. I'm hopping through the camera. Half an ounce of our freshly squeezed lime juice in our glass. What gives this cocktail its signature red hue is creme de cassis. Cassis is a liqueur made from black currants that comes from France. So this is a very sweet product. We're only gonna be adding in half an ounce. We don't need to add any simple syrup. This is gonna bring all the sweetness that we need. Half an ounce of our creme de cassis. For our signature spirit, we're gonna be using Elevacion's Tequila Blanco Rosa. It's been aged on red French oak barrels. That's what gives it its signature color. We're gonna be using 1.5 ounces of our Elevacion Blanco Rosa. Great tequila. We're gonna adding in some big ice pieces here. To top this off, we're gonna be using Fever Tree's Premium Ginger Beer. It's gonna add a beautiful ginger spice and bring our whole cocktail together. I'm just gonna take my spoon, give it a couple dunks just to make sure it's nice and well incorporated. And for our garnish, a beautiful dehydrated lime wheel. And we're gonna put it right on top of the cocktail. And there you have it. That is our El Diablo cocktail. It's looking amazing, looking mighty fine. Shall we give it a go? Ooh, the tequila comes through very nice. Oh, I mean, this gives any mule a run for its money. I love that black currant flavor. Pairs with the ginger really nicely. And of course, that Elevacion Tequila Rosa just comes through. It's perfectly balanced, just a little bit of heat, a little bit of citrus. This is probably one of my favorite mule recipes out there. This cocktail is called La Bicicletta. It is a white wine refresher that combines Campari, white wine, and soda. Super simple, low ABV. You'll probably be able to ride a bike after this one. Are you ready? To start, we're gonna be adding in our Fulinati Pinot Grigio. You want an Italian white wine here. It is an Italian drink after all. Pinot Grigio style is gonna be perfect. Not too sweet, but choose the white wine of your taste. We're gonna add 2 ounces of our Fulinati Pinot Grigio. To give our cocktail the level of bitterness and the color that we want, we have the classic OG Campari. How much Campari you want to use is up to you. The recipe calls for 1.5 ounces. However, you want to dial it back, up to you. I'm going to follow the specs, but however, you do you, baby. 1.5 ounces of our Campari. Now we're going to ice up our glass. We want to use as big pieces as possible. We're gonna top things off with our Fever Tree Premium Club Soda. We're gonna bring this right to the rim here. Wanna leave just a little bit of space. As you can see, the soda will sit right on top. So that's why we're gonna give a few dunks just to make sure it's nice and incorporated. You don't wanna overstir anything carbonated. Now we can see the color is all matching. For our garnish, we have a dehydrated orange wheel, and we're just going to slot it in like so. And there you have it. That is our Bicicletta Highball. It's pretty much a white wine Campari soda. Let's see how it is. I'm excited to try this one. Call me old school. I love Campari soda with the white wine. How could you really miss? You know, the white wine really tempers the bitterness of the Campari. If you like Campari soda, you're really gonna love this one. If you want to make this a little bit more sweet, you could use Aperol instead of Campari or a different Italian aperitif, but I like the bitterness from Campari. The Bicicletta is great. This drink is amazing. I keep coming back to this one. Should I be riding a bike after this? Probably not. Cheers. Our third and final cocktail is the Espresso and Tonic. I first had this cocktail at Overstory in New York City. Highly recommend checking out that bar in Lower Manhattan. This drink can be done non-alcoholic or alcoholic. Of course, we're gonna spike this shit. Are you ready? The Espresso and Tonic, your new favorite highball. Let's get it. To start, we're gonna be using Vodka Friday's yuzu flavored vodka. I had the chance to meet the lovely ladies that have started this brand. It's Canadian, it's local, it's high quality, and their yuzu flavored vodka is one of my favorite flavored vodkas on the market. How much you want to add is going to be up to you. I think 1.5 ounces in this one is going to be the sweet spot. Here we go. 1.5 ounces of our yuzu flavored Vodka Friday. So now we're going to add in some of our big pieces of ice. The bigger the better. So now I'm going to be adding in Fever Tree's Mediterranean Tonic. I find this one has a beautiful citrus spice that's going to really combine this whole cocktail. I find citrus and espresso are a match made in heaven, so we're doubling down on all of our ingredients here. Because, like I said, we're building this one different, I'm adding in my tonic first in an attempt to float the espresso after. So I want to get my tonic about 70 to about 80% of the way. How much espresso is going to be up to you. Do you want a little bit of pick-me-up, or do you want to drop kick yourself into the deep end with a full double ounce? Like I said, you can use other types of coffee here, but espresso is what we need. That doesn't mean cold brew. That doesn't mean drip. That doesn't mean your Tim Hortons double-double, okay? That means espresso, bro, please. Now we're gonna be adding in our espresso. As you can see, I have enough espresso here to kickstart a small village. So we're gonna be adding in 1.5 ounces of our espresso. We're gonna give it a small dunk. Make sure it's all nicely incorporated. For our garnish, we have a nice, simple lemon twist. So I'm just gonna express the oils right on top. Of course, we gotta go around the rim, and I'm just gonna rest it on top. And there you have it. That is our espresso and tonic. I'm really excited for this one. Lord knows I could use another espresso in my life. Here we go. Man, lemon and espresso is so good together. Oh yeah, did I need another 4th espresso? It's not even 2 p.m., but fuck, that is amazing. That Mediterranean tonic really fits together. The lemon, the yuzu. I mean, if you're not making this summer, what are you doing? Make it, tag me, let me know. Did you like it? We're only one way to find out. You made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'm Mixology Matt. I don't make drinks, I make smiles. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.